Good evening. Hello. Sorry I'm a little bit later than what I posted. I was working on a website, getting my domain name and everything, so it was kind of exciting. So I need to grab my water. I'm back. Okay, so what we're doing tonight, my hair is a mess, it's okay, is we're making some lotion. I love my homemade lotion for my hands and my body and my feet especially. And with winter coming and the cold weather, I need a good lotion. So I wanted to kind of show you my little recipe that I use, so maybe you can try this at home or make some gifts, because what I do is I put them in cool little mason jars and they make great holiday gifts. And I've given these as gifts, and maybe I'll do some more this year. So what I have is I have a giant, this is coconut oil, but I bought this from a site called Brambleberry, and it comes in a big giant thing like this, and it literally lasts forever. But you can get coconut oil wherever. The other thing I get is shea butter, which this is the last of my shea butter, so I'm going to use all of this, and it comes in a big brick, and again, this I get from that Brambleberry site. So I've got those two. Then you need a little bit of olive oil, which I have on my stove, and I've got some water going for to melt my coconut oil, because it's hard to make it if it's solid. Okay, so you want to melt it. And then I have vitamin E tablets and primrose oil tablets, which are great for your skin as well. And then I have lavender, or you can use any essential oils that you like. But I like lavender because I definitely use this at night, and lavender's nice and calming at nighttime. Okay, so my water, I'm actually going to put my coconut oil. Hey, Kate. This bag is awesome, and I can put this right in the boiling water, or the warm water. It's not boiling yet, but I'm going to put it in my pot so it kind of starts to, hopefully I don't want it to, so it kind of starts to liquefy. And then I'm just going to take my shea butter, and I'm going to take this whole thing, everything that I have left, and just melt down all of it. Because I'm going to do at least one big jar, and I want to do like about half the jar coconut, the other half shea, and then just a little top it off with some olive oil. And then we add our other things and mix it together. Okay, so I'm going to put my shea butter in the microwave and get it all nice and melty. Okay, so like I said, hi everybody. We're making some lotion. So I've got coconut oil on my stove in the giant container that I buy. I'm getting it liquefied. I've got shea butter in the microwave. I've got my essential oils that I'm going to use, and my vitamin E and primrose oils. Okay, so I'm just gonna check. Shea butter needs longer. So you can use any scent you like, any type of essential oils. I use lemongrass. I use lavender. I use peppermint. The peppermint is nice in this time of year. And you can make a really fun and good peppermint sugar scrub with raw sugar, coconut oil, and you can put some crushed peppermint candies or candy canes in it, and it's really festive looking too. I did that a year or two ago for presents. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a towel so I can pull my coconut oil out. What scent is an aphrodisiac? I don't know. I think they all are. I know lavender is calming. I don't know. Of course Kate would ask that. Oh, Pat's looking that up for you, Kate. So my coconut oil is starting to liquefy.
Hey Kate, so for you, my dear, jasmine works, cinnamon, sandalwood, lavender, which she said. Another one, yang lang, I don't even know what that is, and rose. Those scents are the top 7 aphrodisiac scents. You and Matt have a great evening.
Hi, Debbie. Yeah, so those are your aphrodisiac scents. If you need a little. Oh, Kate said hi, Pat. Okay, so I'm still waiting on my shea butter to liquefy. So yeah, so I love the questions. Give them all to me. Can you stop shaking the camera? Stop jumping. My children need to go to bed. This is my go to bed face. Does anybody else have this face when they need to go to bed? Okay, so my shea butter is almost done. Can you heat and reheat the coconut oil? Yes. So what I do is I have this, you can tell I've already used some out of it, and it can get liquefied and then it will solidify again, and I just keep it like on the shelf and it's perfectly fine. And honestly, that I bought it probably a couple of years ago. And it lasts, like I said, it lasts forever. And it really wasn't that expensive for like the big bags. You can buy it like by the pound. And like I said, that website I got it from was called brambleberry.com. And they actually have a whole bunch of, they've got the shea butter, the coconut oil. They've got a whole bunch of essential oils that you can buy through them as well, which I got a few to try. And they come, like, they're a ton, like more oils than I'm ever going to use in my entire life. But it's kind of cool. It's a really cool site, and you can buy a big container, and it's really nice. I really like this coconut oil as opposed to some you can get in the big jars, because sometimes it's not refined and it's kind of like grainy and not smooth. And when I'm using lotion and stuff, I don't want something that's really grainy. So I love this brand for my lotions. Again, that's my go to bed face. Go to bed, go to bed. So Thank you, Pat, for sharing that. And I have no connection to Brambleberry. I just kind of found it. So that's my like disclaimer. I don't know what it is, but it's got good stuff. Okay, so here's my shea butter. So you saw that block of shea butter that I had. Like I said, it comes in a big block, and you can like cut pieces off, so you can buy it. I know I should like be Brambleberry. If anybody from Brambleberry is out there in Facebook Live land, give me a little love. Give me a little money for promoting your product. Oh, okay. So the shea butter, and I don't know what size this was. I was trying to see. I don't even remember. I got it so long ago. It was a big block, and I cut pieces off. But then when it melts down, it melts. So I have, that gives me about a cup of shea butter. And you can melt the shea butter, like I just did it in the microwave. You can melt it like in a double boiler type thing, like I'm doing with the coconut oil, if you want. I was just trying to kind of save a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my camera. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing instead of my face. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pour it into my jar. And you can make cute little, like you can get little jars. Actually, I have some little jars I'll run and grab and show you that I got at Target, like in the cheap section at Target. Let me grab them. Okay, back. So like these, and they're cute. They've got little chalkboard tops, but they're like little tiny. Yes, that's gonna solidify. And then there's some bigger ones, or you can buy like the mason jars. Aiden, go grab me one of your solid lotions. These. Or like I get these too. And you can buy these cool plastic tops. If you don't want to deal with like the mason jar, you know, like metal lids. But the metal ones look cool. Because what you can do with the metal is like this one's a big metal one because that's all I could find right now. But you could take it apart and you could put like a piece of fabric, like holiday fabric or something right there, and put it on to cover that. So that would look really cute, and put like a little ribbon around it. Thank you.
I didn't use that.
For holiday, or you could, you know, glue something onto here if you had the plastic. But you can make it like nice little holiday, and this is something you can do with your kids too. Super fun, super easy. Okay, so we have half our shea butter, okay, melted. And I think we are good with our coconut oil. Okay. Hi, if you're just joining, we're making lotion. And I have my camera tilted. So you see now, there is still some solid in here, but this is our coconut oil that we started out as all solid. But I don't need all of this, so it's okay that I still have some solid in there. And I I'm going to pour it out. And it comes with a nice little spout. And so I've got about half shea butter. So I'm going to go the other half coconut. Kind of right up to the bottom. Okay, so it's kind of right up to the bottom of the lid. Okay. So like I said, you want to have a little bit of olive oil, which I have next to my sink. I don't like not being able to see you all. And I'm just going to do like a little drizzle. There's really no measurement in this. It's kind of like half and drizzle. Okay, I'm just worried that we're gonna drizzle too much. Okay, so I just kind of did a few little drops. There. Easy, right? So I expect you all watching to make these for me and gift them to me this holiday season. Okay, so we have half shea butter, half coconut oil, a little drizzle of olive oil. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in, this is the fun part, vitamin E and primrose oil. And the primrose oil, somebody told me about for lotions. I don't really know. Maybe Pat can research this while we're talking. The benefits of for your skin, but I used to take this. I believe it helps to soften the skin. I took this when I was pregnant, towards the end of my pregnancy. And Joyce, if you ever watch this or are watching, you'll know what I mean. Or any of my midwife, nurse practitioner friends, they tell you to take this because it helps soften your cervix. But I assume it also helps soften your skin. So they're just capsules. See, these are the primrose, and this is the vitamin E. And what I do is I'm going to do like 3 vitamin E, because vitamin E is so good for you. And you just get these at the drugstore or Target or wherever with your vitamins. So I've got 2 primrose tablets, and I've got 3 vitamin E's. Okay, and they're pretty inexpensive. Like, you could probably buy vitamin E already, like in a liquid form, but this is kind of fun and it's not that hard. So what I do is I take like my kitchen shears and I just carefully pierce it and I just squeeze it in. So then you do the same with the other. Hello, if you're just joining, welcome. You can go back and watch from the beginning to see the whole process. You can share this. On the bottom of your screen, there's a little share button. Share. Oh shoot. And drop the whole thing in there. I'm just fishing it out. Okay, so here's my vitamin E. And this will, like I said, it will solidify. It takes a bit, a lot of times if I want it, like if I want to use it tonight, I mean I can use it in a liquid state, but it's going to be more greasy. But a lot of times what I do is I put it outside if it's cold. You know, if it's like... Oh, so thank you, Pat. Primrose oil helps with inflammation, pain, and can condition and soften the skin. So that's why you want to use it. Not just because I told you to put it in your lotion, but because that's what it does. Okay, So my last vitamin E is going in. And this really isn't taking that long. Hi, April. Hi, Jessica. So a lot of times people think, well, I don't have time. I don't have time for this. But really, this has only taken, I don't know, how long have we been on? Like 15 minutes so far, and we're pretty much done except adding our essential oils, which are our smelly good stuff, okay? So like I said, I've got lavender because I like lavender because I use this lotion mostly at nighttime. I put it on my hands, I put it on my feet, you put it on your legs, it's anywhere on your body. I wouldn't necessarily use it on the face. You can, but I would use it more for the body. Okay, so what I'm going to do is really with essential oils, it's all about your preference. So I like a lot of lavender, so I'm going to get it all in there. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a quick stir. So those of you that are just joining that didn't see the beginning, what we have in here is we have shea butter, about half shea butter, half coconut oil, a little drizzle of olive oil, and then our vitamin E, our primrose, and our lavender essential oil, and that's it. And it's done. That's it. So this is super easy, and this, like I said, these make awesome gifts. So here's like the little things you can get. You can get these. You can make the bigger jars. They make awesome teacher gifts. I did these for teacher gifts, and I made sugar scrubs with them. So maybe one night, if you guys want to see sugar scrubs, we could do that another night. But like I said, it does solidify, and here's my hands are all greasy. Here's Aiden's, and this is when it gets solid. This is what it looks like. It's like regular lotion. So you can keep this, you know, right by your bed and your bedside table, and at your desk at work, wherever. And it's awesome for the winter. I'm gonna switch up. For the winter, for dry skin, because I know I'm already getting that dry skin. Aiden, see, he even put on his use all the time, but he doesn't use it all the time. It helps, like Aiden's got like eczema, and it helps with that itchiness of eczema. But when he uses it, which he's not using it, so.
It was dusty.
Okay, so here's our finished product. Like I said, it's gonna harden to this. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. If you're just joining, make sure you go back and watch the whole thing, so you see everything. If you have a question about what I used, how much I used, whatever, ask me. If you want to see like the sugar scrub, comment and let me know. If there's anything else I can do for you, let me know. Have a good Wednesday. The week's almost over. You're almost there. We got this. Only a few more days left. Could you color it naturally? You probably could. I've never tried to color it. I've always just always had it as white. I assume you could add some food coloring or some other like natural coloring, but the only problem is it might, depending on how much you use, it might stain like your hands too. Maybe to make it look a little prettier. The other thing, like I said, with the sugar scrub, I wouldn't recommend like adding anything to it. Like with the sugar scrub, I'll sometimes add like peppermint candies because you're rubbing that and you're rinsing it off, where this you want to leave on. So I would recommend using it just as it is, but you could experiment with other things. How long till it hardens? So if you just leave it like on your counter or next to your bed, it's probably going to take a good like overnight to harden. But what I like to do, especially if I'm making like a big batch, like when I did like teacher gifts and stuff, I put them like on a cookie tray or like a baking pan. I put, I had all my jars and they were all liquid, and I put them outside like on a table or on the porch, and they harden a lot quicker outside, especially if it's like 30 or below. And then you can bring them in and they stay. So like this has been next to Aiden's bed and it stays like this. The only time it will go back to a liquid state again is if it gets super hot, if it's by like a heater. If you have it like by the fireplace or the wood stove or something, it's gonna liquefy. So you want to kind of just keep it at room temperature to keep it solid. But it's okay if it goes back to liquid and then solid, and it doesn't hurt it, and it lasts forever. Like this, I probably made Aiden a year ago, and he's supposed to use it, but he doesn't, and it lasts. And you can always, if you notice, oh, Pat, you are awesome. Pat is like my technical background manager here. So he just put on there what you can use. Water or oil-based colors, Lab Colors is a brand. That way you don't dye your hands. So there you go, Kate. Thanks, Pat. The other thing, like I noticed with this one, it doesn't really have a lot of the oils kind of evaporate out of it. So I'm just going to add some more oils. So you can add more or you can experiment with, if you do lavender and you want to add like a little eucalyptus is awesome. Like eucalyptus and peppermint, like if your kids are sick or have a stuffy nose, you can use this and turn it into like your own Vicks natural vapor rub. So you put it on your chest with that eucalyptus and peppermint, and it clears out the sinuses and stuff too. It's fabulous. So I see Heather just came on. Hi Heather and Melissa and Marissa. I have to give props to Heather because Heather taught me how to make this lotion. So thank you, Heather, because I love it, and now I'm sharing it with everybody else because it's awesome. I might have tweaked it a little from what you did, but I have to give props to Heather on the lotion. The other thing, while I have you guys, and we're getting to like cold and flu season, is another thing I like to make homemade for my kids is I'll take a bowl, or you can take like a little thing like this, or just a little bowl. Get some water, like in your tea kettle, or just boil it so it's steaming. Thanks, Heather. So it's steaming, and you pour it in your bowl, like a cup and a half. So you're gonna have the steam, and then I add peppermint, eucalyptus, and tea tree, like maybe 3 drops of each because they're all pretty strong, especially the tea tree. You put it in, and Aiden can attest to this. Aiden loves his little vapor, and you take it, you put it on the counter, the steam, we call it steam. You want to steam tonight? And they put their head in it, and you take a towel, and they put the towel over their face and their head, and they're getting all that steam, and it clears your sinuses. And I do it a lot, like if I feel like my sinuses are getting full, right, Aiden? Steam is good.
Can I do it?
Oh, Aiden wants to do it now. Maybe when we're off camera.
Yeah. So it doesn't fog up.
So sometimes I'll do it if I feel like my sinuses are yucky. And you hold it over, and you'll start to feel those sinuses just drain. And it's amazing. We'll do it like morning and night. And it's super easy. It's just water and oils. So,
Be careful, kids.
and you just want to keep your eyes closed because the vapors of some of the oils can kind of burn your eyes a little, but it's so good. So that's all I have to share tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in. And again, watch this from the beginning if you're just tuning in now, because this is an awesome, awesome recipe. Makes awesome gifts, homemade gifts, gifts for teachers, gifts for friends, stocking stuffers. Anybody that has skin can use this. So share away. I'd be happy to answer questions. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you for spending a little time with me tonight. And I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye. Good night. Have a good night.